What's up, Digidestins? This is Kyle D, better known as Ridemyavatar, and today we're going to be going over some topping decks in JP's meta. So let's dive into the video and talk about it. So first deck we'll be talking about is none other than from the Challenger Cup, first place, the Beelzemon. So let's talk about it. Let's break it down real quick. So first off, we kind of know that EX2 kind of introduces some really nice support. They also got a promo Impmon that is, at the end of battle, you may play one purple level 3 card from your trash without paying its memory cost, then add this card to hand. So if they check this in security, you get a 1 card on board and 1 card in hand, which could trigger any of these on plays because they don't say on plays don't activate. So you can do it with this Impmon, who can grab you a 7 Great Demon Lord, which is your Beelzemon minus this one, but you'll be able to grab all your other 2 Beelzemons, and then you just trash 1 card to your hand. You're just cycling 1-for-1s. This also has an on play, so reveal the top 4 cards to the deck. Add 1 card with Beelzemon in its name and or I am Miko card from among them to your hand. Place the remaining cards at the bottom of the deck in any order. When this card is trashed from your deck, you trash the card. If this wasn't trashed by EX by the same card effect, you may trash the top 3 cards of your deck. Self, mill, health, everything like that. So while this card has Beelzemon in its name, it gets plus 3000 DP, making him a little more tankier and more powerful to swing into. So I am Mako. So if it's a memory setter, of course, sorry for botching its name right off the bat. When one of your Digimon attacks, you may suspend this tamer to trash the top card of your deck. Then if the attacking Digimon is Beelzemon, you may Digivolve it into Beelzemon Blast Mode from your trash for memory cost 3. So basically making it so Blast Mode comes in for cheap, and which is going to really help us out. So I think that's really good synergy here. Even this Impmon mills and trash because we want to get Blast Mode in the trash so we can warp basically right on top of our Beelzemons here. So the Beelzemon we're going to play is none other than EX BT2's, the secret rare. So while you have 10 or more cards in trash, your Impmon can Digivolve into this Digimon from your hand for a memory cost 4, ignoring its Digi-Evolution requirements. Really cool because this was one of our first warpers. Really does help out. When Digivolving, delete one of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon. Really does some damage. But then we also have the new EX2 one. So when this card is trashed from your deck, you may play 1 Impmon from your trash without paying its memory cost. When Digivolving, when attacking, you may trash the top 2 cards of your deck, then delete one of your opponent's level 3 or lower Digimon. And for every 10 cards in your trash, add 1 to the maximum level that Digimon you can choose by this effect. So it won't take long. It only takes 30 cards in your trash to actually pop level 6s. It'll take 40 cards, and if you're at 40, you're probably losing, so don't be milling till you get there. And then here is your basically ace in the hole. So when this card is trashed from your deck, delete one of your opponent's level 4 or lowers, which is really good. But also when Digivolving, delete all your opponent's Digimon with the highest level. So basically, if there's a tie, you blow up everything. But your turn, for every 10 cards in trash, this Digimon gains security +1. So he can get beefy if you put this Impmon over him. He's a 17k with multiple security checks. Really gets nasty really quickly. We have some of the babies we're going to talk about is Yaman. So while you have 10 or more cards in your trash, this Digimon gets plus 2000 DP. So really does help out. Pagomon is trash the top 2 cards of your deck. So it just all great support. We talked about this Impmon. We talked about all the Impmons. Lowie's just the Digivolve on our I am Mako. So just keep that up. That in mind, that it's just basically Lobo game kind of status. Dobermon's in here not because of the Alice, but because on deletion, trash the top 3 cards of your deck, then return 1 purple Digimon card or purple Tamer card from your trash to your hand. So we can add the I am Mako, or we can add any of the Beelzemon we need, Impmons, anything like that. Here's promo Wizardmon as well, because when this card is trashed from your deck, gain 1 memory, could extend your plays, extend everything you need, and then when attacking, may reveal 1 purple Digimon, 1 purple card in your hand, place it on the top of your deck. So basically, if you know you're going to be milling, let's say with Pagu's effect, You can use Wizardmon, get the blast mode there so that it sets up and gets you full combo right off the bat, because if you're like at Beelzemon, now you can go Mako after you mill the blast mode there, and you're instantly ready to go. Skull Satamon. Well, when digivolving, trash 2 cards from your deck, then return 1 Demon Lord and its traits from your trash to your hand. This will allow basically blast mode to come back to your hand because he is a Demon Lord. But once returned, when a card is trashed from your deck, gain 1 memory. Just all in all, great support. Jack Raid, Extender of Plays, since we're milling so much. Miss Memory Boost, trash the top 2 cards of your deck, draw a card, then place this card into the battle area. It has delay, memory boost, always good. Death Stinger, when this card is trashed from your deck, gain 1 memory. Delete one of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon. For every 10 cards in trash, add 1 of the maximum level of that Digimon you can choose with this effect. So it won't take long, you just need 20 cards, and you can pop level 6s. So I think this is a really good solid deck. I think even just being able to activate its main effect really does help out. Any decks that can just blow up their big OTK boss Digimon very easily can really do some damage. Next, we did have D-Brigade do something this past weekend in the Challenger Cup as well. So D-Brigade Dexmon is kind of a new spice. There was 2 listings that topped. So let's break it down. We kind of know what D-Brigade does. They love just recycling. You have your Commandramons, revealing the top 3. This one is your ace in the hole. Reveal top 3 cards of your deck. You may play 1 Commandramon among them without paying its memory cost. Place the remaining cards at the bottom of the deck in any order. So we kind of have 4, 8, 12, 14 Commandramons. So it's not as bad. I think they took out that just to put in even just Duromon here. So security at the end of battle, reveal the top card of your deck. If that card is a black Digimon card with a play cost 4 or less, you may play it without paying its memory cost. Add the remaining cards to your hand, then add this card to your hand. So basically, he's there just to get another free Commandramon if they hit in, which won't hurt. So, or even getting Nanimon, that surprise comes from security. Even getting a Grumblemon out when it hurt, especially because he'll digivolve on top of our Tamers. Pagomon, reveal the top card of your deck, add it to your hand if it's a black Digimon, otherwise place it at the bottom deck. Well, just basically generic blocker, regular. But then we also have Hergurumon here, so you may trash 1 Digimon card with Machine or Cyborg in his traits to draw 2. This helps us fill the graveyard to get our Dark Dramon play active and live. Dark Dramon has Rush, this, but also return up to 5 of your Digimon cards with D-Brigade in their names from trash to the top of your deck in any order. For each card returned, gain 2 memory, so his on play really helps him get some extensions. Their new card here, Dexmon himself. So when you would play this card, reduce the play cost by 3 for each of your opponent's Digimon and Tamer in play. So basically, if the game is going too long, you can actually reduce this thing to very cheap. But on play, when digivolving, digivolve 1 and all your opponent's Digimon, then delete all your opponent's level 4 or lowers. But at the end of turn, once returned, delete all your opponent's Digimon with the lowest play cost. So, can board wipe, can really put some checks and balances. Ultimate Flare, just board wipe, and especially in an OTK format, you hit it in with your tower, it's going to digivolve that Digimon, and now they're not as much applying so much pressure to you, which does help out in the long game. Parablanc Junk is one of your Digimon gains on deletion, gain 2 memory until the end of opponent's next turn. So if we put on, say, the blocker one, or any of our big Digimon that they're going to swing into, they're going to lose 2 memory. So it really does help out. Pride Memory Boost, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 black Digimon card with a play cost 4 or less among them without paying its cost. You may play it. So that's really going to help out so that we're going to see some major things. And then delay, gain 2 memory. Really does help out, especially since it could fuel our Commandramons in, gets his Commandramon out of it. I think that's pretty solid. Kongu. So until the next time your opponent's turn ends, your opponent's Digimon with a play cost 7 or less can't attack players, and cards cannot be added to either player's security stack by your opponent's card effects. So this is the counteract any of the purple stuff that's been going on. I mean, yellow as well, just be able to shut them down from gaining any recovery. I wish this card came out in like BT8 or anything like that. This card would really help Black in the long game. Izzy is just being, Izzy, setting our to 3, and then since we do play all Black Digimon, Black cards, we should be playing Izzy for 3. So, gaining that memory is really nice also. And then we have Kazu. So, he's start of main phase when you have a Digimon with Cyborg or Machine in his traits, gain 1 memory. Really does help out because we do play the Commandromons. Commandromons instantly do gain us that extra memory. And then all turns when your Digimon with Cyborg or Machine in his traits get suspended. By suspending this tamer, draw 1, then discard 1 card. So this card really does surprisingly help out the Commandromon line. I wouldn't be surprised if we use this in BT08 EX2 set. So just keep that in mind. I think that's a good thing to keep on the back card. Next, let's talk about it. We have Ragnalordmon himself. So we got Jason here, second place at JT Game Stores, OCG. It's good to show off because not many people are actually doing well with Ragnalordmon. So it's good to see that he's done something. We kind of play out more heavily on using an OTK style of play, it looks like. But let's go over. Shakatomon is when you play another Digimon with legendary arms in his traits by an effect, gain 1 memory. Really helpful. We have Ludamon here, revealing the top 5 cards of the deck. Add 1 Ragna Digimon card and 1 card with legendary arms. Since all our Digimon are legendary arms, will trigger. We can grab even double Ragnalordmon. So that really does help out. Place the remaining cards at the bottom deck in any order. Now we have this new Ludamon. So you may place this card under one on play. You may place this Digimon under one of your other Digimon with legendary arms in its trait, or one of your red Digimon as its bottom Digi-Evolution card to reveal the top card of your deck. If it is a legendary arms in its traits and a play cost 7 or less, you may play it without paying its memory cost. Add the remaining cards to your hand. Really nice, but the only problem comes down to is the amount of negators they have. There's 3 negators in game already that negate the without paying its memory cost. Now you're forced to play it. So you're really in a tight spot. So if you have a Digimon card with legendary arms in his trait or a red Digimon in play, this Digimon gains blocker. Just all in all solid here. Just what we're going to do. Zabamon. So you may place this Digimon under one of your other Digimon with legendary arms and traits, or one of your black Digimon as a bottom Digi-Evolution card. Reveal the top card of your deck. If it is a legendary arms in its trait and a play cost 7 or less, you may play it without paying its memory cost. Add the remaining cards to the hand. If you have a Digimon with legendary arms in its trait or a black Digimon card in play, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 3000 DP or less. Just straight up power and gas. Tyluda is if this Digimon is a level 7, trigger DDG Evolution 1. So if we get this underneath any of our Ragnalordmons, we can de-digivolve big stacks. Another Tyluda is on play by placing this Digimon at the bottom of one of your other Digimon with legendary arms in its trait, or one of your other red Digimon Digi-Evolution sources. One of your Digimon gets reboot. So basically makes it so we get to restand. So it's not bad. When you have a Digimon with legendary arms in its trait or a red Digimon, this Digimon gains a blocker. Really solid. Now we have Zaba Edgermon. So you may place this Digimon under one of your on plays. This is basically building stacks ridiculously quick. Traits, or one of your black Digimon as bottom Digi-Evolution card to delete one of your opponent's Digimon with a 5000 DP or less. Basically popping most champions and rookies. But also when attacking, if you have a Digimon with legendary arms in its trait or a black Digimon in play, delete one of your opponent's 3000 DP or less, popping rookies as well. Rajdludamon here is just basically just to get that inheritable, beautiful stack of DTG Evolution. Railuja is opponent's turn. This Digimon cannot be deleted by your opponent's card effects. The only thing that doesn't get around is the minus DP. So, but at the end of turn, you may DNA Digivolve this Digimon and one of your other Digimon in play without paying into a Digimon in your hand by paying its DNA Digi-Evolution cost. So not bad. I think that's a solid trade-off. Got Doramon here. When this Digimon would Digivolve into a Digimon with legendary armor, black Digimon, reduce the memory cost by 1. Not bad. We can reduce the DNAs or even just our big Ragnar. So you may DNA Digivolve this Digimon. Sorry. Into, our Duramon and Bryluda. Sorry. Not our Ragnars. You may DNA Digivolve one of your other Digimon in play into a Digimon card in your hand by paying its Digi-Evolution cost. Not bad. Bryluda, once per turn, when a card is placed into this Digimon's Digi-Evolution by your own effect, this Digimon cannot be deleted by effects or returned to its owner's hand or deck until the opponent's next turn. Minus DP still applies. I don't understand why they didn't just make it a full blanket, unaffected by card effects, anything like that. Just made it straight up simple, just self-protection. That's what it needed. When Digivolving, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. You may play 1 cost 7 or less Digimon with legendary arms in its trait without paying its memory cost. Place the remaining cards at the bottom of the deck in any order. And then opponent's turn, while this Digimon is Ragnalordmon, it isn't affected by your opponent's card effects. See, that's the key word. Isn't affected by your opponent's card effects. Duranamon basically gives piercing here. Then we have the new Duranamon. So once per turn, your turn, when one of your effects places a Digi-Evolution under this Digimon gets plus 3000 to BP, gains security plus 1 for the turn. So basically, you can do this, get that instantly, and then if you can, just DNA Digivolve instantly. Revealing the 3 cards from the top of your deck, you may play 1 Digimon card with a play cost 7 or less, legendary arms in its trait among them without paying its memory cost. Place the remaining cards at the bottom of the deck in any order. He self-sustains. This is the one we kind of want to be on most of the time, just to set up. While this Digimon is Ragnalordmon, it doesn't activate security effects of options it checks. Not bad. And then we have Ragnalordmon, security plus 1, reboot. When Digivolving, you may place 1 Durana or Bryluda from your hand on top of this Digi-Evolution cards to gain 3 memory. Self-efficient recycler, but it gets us a bunch of reboot stuff and constant effects, especially with Ragnalordmon just being powerful. And then we do have the DNA Digivolve here for 0. You get Blitz, basically being able to swing in when it passes turn, which isn't bad. But also, when DNA Digivolving, for every 4 Digi-Evolution cards this Digimon has, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with a play cost 20 or less. Trash the top card of your opponent's security stack. So, this isn't once thing, so if you're at 4, you can trash a bunch and then deal lethal for game. But all turns, once per turn, when a card is removed from either player's security stack, suspend this Digimon. So he gets another swing in. So not bad. Then we have Legendary Armed Alliance here. We have the D-Brigade surrounding them. So you may play 1 Digimon card with a play cost 7 or less. Legendary Arms is trade for your hand without paying its memory cost. Then place this card into the owner's battle area. Delay. Reveal the top 4 cards of your deck. Place those cards on the top or bottom of your deck in any order. So this basically does a mini Izzy, which is good. But at least lets you filter on how you want to. And then security, may play 1 play cost 7 or less. Basically your ultimates or less, without paying from your hand without paying its memory cost. Then place the remaining cards on the battle. And then Izzy and Joe, if your opponent has 2 or more Digimon in play, gain 2 memory. When one of your black Digimon is deleted, you may suspend this tamer, trigger draw 1. And then we got Ty here. He's going to set us to 3, but also make our Ragnalordmon hurt more. So guys, what did you think? Maybe if you guys want, I can cover decks that you guys have been doing well with your locals with. Let me know down in the comments. Like, submit your decks. Maybe I'll do like weekly tamer, videos. So it might be pretty cool to showcase your favorite deck, especially if you're testing something spicy. Let me know down in the comments, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace!